Okay, that's not small. What have I hooked? Well, YouTube land, we're going to try to do some whisker fishing this evening. I already got my rods baited up and out there to catch a couple bluegill or drum, yellow bass, whatever wants to bite. And yeah, just going to sit here, chill under this canopy of trees where there's good shade, because it's definitely a good thing. But yeah, fished here several times before. Ain't really fished down here in quite a while, and I've caught some dang good catfish from this bank. And like right up there is a crappie spot. So yeah, we're going to fish with night crawlers for a while, see what we can catch. And if we don't catch big old catfish or something like that, hey, as long as we don't get skunked, that's all that matters. So let's catch some fish, hopefully. Well, right off the bat, really, well, just a couple of minutes in, both rods got hit and stopped. Like the right one there is still getting peckered with a little bit, but not too much. I'm thinking about grabbing another rod and just kind of fishing like right along the bank here, because I have seen a couple things just popping bugs and stuff like that. I need to come down here and just carp fish this bank, because this is not real deep out here at all. Like maybe at the most 5-6 feet in some spots, but I know there's a lot of carp in here because this is just a big mud flat, and I know they stay on that far side over there just because it's a flat grassy spot. Maybe I'll have to come up here one day and do that. Just dig out all my carp stuff and come up here and see if I can catch one of those fish that everybody likes to hate on. No, whatever it is good enough for bait. It's a little yellow bass. Perfect size for bait too. Yellow bass is a very underrated catfish bait. If you don't use it, you need to try it. It's a little bit tougher, stays on the hook a little bit better. And I've caught several around 30 pounds on yellow bass before. He's pooping. Almost got it on me. I don't need that. And what I'm going to do for the time being until I get a couple more so I can have fresh bait constantly, is I'm going to put him inside this cast net box that I found sitting underneath the bridge. We do. You have to excuse the lawnmower in the background. The landowner of this little dock thing is mowing his yard. And of course, you choke the crap out of it. Oh well, bait's bait. Into the bait box you go. I'll probably just add maybe one more, and then as I go on, catch a couple of extra ones. Normally I would be kind of irritated about the fish getting gut hooked, but since these are going to be used as bait, not a big deal. But yeah, like I said, this is a private boat ramp, and the guy just lets people use it. Keep it clean. You use it whenever you want, and yeah, pretty nice spot. Fished here a bunch of times before and caught some pretty big catfish on it, with one of the biggest ones being this one here. But yeah, now I'm leaving my line fairly slack because I've got a 1/2 ounce sinker on both of these just to get a little bit more distance. And if they don't feel that resistance from the sinker, they're more likely to stay committed to the bait. It's what has worked for a long time, because straight out in front of me, probably 60 yards or so, is like a secondary channel, and just past that is another one that comes around, forms a little point, and there's like a Y-shaped drop off right there, and the fish tend to hold right on the edge of that drop off. Gotcha. And there we go. I think that's going to be our last piece of bait that we try to collect. Let's get one of them other ones cut up and this one thrown in the box and get us a catfish rod put out. Alright, this rod's getting hit, so I figured I'd go over this real quick. Just using a Carolina rig, 3 ounce down to some 50-pound leader, circle hook, and that yellow bass head. And this is a 7/6 medium heavy Mad Catz bolt, Piscifun Chaos 60. Let's send it. Whoa, I just picked that one up to see if it was still on there, and it sure enough was. Hey, stay out of that line. And it's in that line, dadgummit. Or it was in that line, and it's still in that line. It's a pretty good sized drum, but how? Well, I don't need that much bait, so you get to go back. Now, let's try to figure out this sweater that thing decided to weave. Yeah, I'm still fighting with this stupid knot, and I'm almost convinced that there's a fish pulling on this line that's still out there. That one's probably crapping the hook out by the time I got the hook set. Not quite. Another drum. Well, definitely don't need any more bait, and I'm honestly tinkering with pulling ship here and going to another place up the creek. And yes, this is a creek. It doesn't look like it. It's a big mud flat's what it is, but it is a creek. I've seen this when it gets down to Winter Pool. That's just a maybe 60-yard wide creek. That's it. And it goes a long ways that way. But yes, this is a creek. I know a lot of people like to argue on whether or not stuff is a creek. If it says creek on a map, then it's a creek. Alright, well, we jumped ship and came a good ways upstream to it's on the same creek, just a different section of it. And we've caught some pretty good fish out of here too, but I'm not going to bother with dragging the cat rod out just because it's really, really snaggy in here, especially this over here. I'm not putting anything over here. I've caught some flatheads, I've caught some channel cats, all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to stick with worms for the rest of this little stop and hope for the best. Trying to rig up my other rod here, and something come along and grab this, and what she is, it's our old buddy, old pal, the drum. And you friggin' choked that one, dadgummit. But anyway, drumfish will get you back. Hey, do we finally have something on? We got something. Come on now. I needs fish. I needs video. Gargantuan yellow bass. You would actually make really good bait in this creek. Actually, what was that? Something just buzzed me, kamikazed me and stuff. You ain't getting off. You just about crapped that hook out. There we go. These are the yellow bass you got to worry about. They're smaller, a little bit more agile, and definitely more feisty. So they'll put those little hypodermic needles on their back and along the rest of their fins. The heck is all that squawking up there? Don't you birds know I'm trying to do some professional videographing here? It's been one of those days. Don't be back talking to me. But yeah, these things are sharp. And I still have some worm left, so we're just gonna put you right back out. Not that close to the bank though. It is definitely getting to be that time of year where I start having a really hard time catching fish. Because like this time last year, give or take, there was one day where I had drove to like 8 different locations and barely found some bluegill and one smallmouth about that long. Like, I'm not lying. If I can find that video, I'll link it in the top of the description. So anyway, we're gonna give it a little bit longer, see if we can catch a couple more. And then that one starts dancing a little bit. Okay, that's not small. What have I hooked? This is only 10-pound test, and there's a lot of crap down there for that thing to be around. I am dragging that line across something down there. Don't know what. Seen a swirl, and they're free, and this rod's getting hit now, and dang it, I got too much going on here. Away from all that brush over there. It's a carp, a dang good one too, at least for back here. I'm gonna have to tire this thing down before I can do anything with it. I don't know how long we've been into this fight with this thing, and it is not really showing much sign of chilling out. It's why I like carp so freaking much. They're just rockets full of muscle and tons of stamina. Oh, that was my own stupid decision. I shouldn't have done that. I know better than to do that, and I did it. One of these days, I'm going to keep my freaking net within grasp. My net is in the back of that. Well, standing here complaining about it ain't going to make that fish come back. Unfortunately, it wasn't like gut hooked or in its gills. That sucked, and I could have prevented that. But, you know, you get a good screaming drag going like that, and adrenaline gets up a little bit, and you don't exactly make the smartest decisions. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's get back to fishing for a couple more minutes. I guess I could see what's on this, if anything. Something small that it is gut hooked. You know, you're not making up for what I just lost, but do I want to go ahead and tie these things and put them back out there, or do I just want to say quit? How long have you been on? You ain't big by any means, but you count, I guess. I've got a stick wrapped around my line, dang it. Another beast. Let's get that in back, get this tree bass undone. There's a huge beaver over there chewing on stuff, making all kinds of spooky sounds. Don't tell me you're in that other line. You're in that other line. I really don't want to deal with this again today. I'm 100% dealing with this again today. You know what sucks? Wait a minute. Well, both my lines are on the bank now. I'm wondering if this scuba tried to eat both of them. I got a lot of crap to straighten out. What are you? This is the day of the drum. And I'm pretty sure I've missed one that I didn't screenshot. There we go. Let's get you back. Now I'm leaving that one out of the water because it's getting too late to really bother with it anyway. Ooh. What are you? This is just all kinds of fish kind of day. And I'm not going anywhere near your spiny little ass until you calm down. Well, juvenile channel cat, got the hook out. These things here are the ones you got to worry about, because if you've never been catfishing, you're curious. If anybody ever tells you that the whiskers will hurt you, they're wrong. They're just fleshy little noodles that helps the fish find, you know, food and stuff like that. It's the pectoral fins, one on each side, and the dorsal fin. They're very sharp, and they have barbs in them. Matter of fact, I might be able to show these off. Yeah, those are rather large barbs. You get those down inside your hand when it pokes you, and it's going to hurt. So let's try not to get poked by putting this in back. Well, I figure since I've got a little bit left, I might as well go ahead and get an outro. But today started off really, really slow. Even though we did catch a catfish, it wasn't on my mad catch rod, and that is the last of all of my catfish rods that hasn't drug a fish in yet. So maybe one day. But got up here to this section of the creek. It's the same spot really, just farther up the creek, and bites seemed to pick up a little bit. Still just a bunch of, you know, yellow bass, drums, stuff like that. And the one carp that my dumbass decided to try and drag up the bank by the leader, and I shouldn't have done that and ended up losing the fish. But we did catch one little catfish there, so technically it was a catfishing video. But also, I got a phone call a few minutes ago, but apparently a subscriber came up to my house looking for me, wanting to meet me and all this. Don't come to my house. Just don't do that. There's a select few people that I'm associated with on YouTube that it's cool to come to my house. But subscribers, if I don't know you, don't come to my house like that. Dude, just don't do that. That's a little bit personal. But if you see me out here fishing somewhere, stop by, shoot shit, and maybe catch a fish. But anyway, we're going to let this one rod sit for a few more minutes and then call it quits. But if you like the videos and like the content that I'm putting out, check out all the links in the video description, especially that top one if you want to get early access. Everything else below that will be affiliate links. Anytime you buy stuff through that, I get a little commission off of it. Helps the channel out. And yeah, hope you like the video. We'll see you in the next one.